Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. Club. And this morning I come to you from a spectacular location here in Sydney. I come to you on this beautiful sunlit morning from Tamarama Beach. How wonderful is this? What a glorious morning. What a great way to start the day. The sun in the face, the waves crashing, surfers in the water. Doesn't get any better than this. While it is winter, I've got to tell you, it's mild. It's about 10 degrees first thing in the morning. I could be here in a t-shirt. I don't need the puffer jacket, but I've got it on as a prop just to show you that it is winter, but I don't really need it. Once again, welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. Club, and thank you for joining me today. Today I want to have a talk to you about a seminar that I went to many years ago on a topic which is near and dear to my heart. The seminar that I went to was run by one of the most foremost critical thinkers in our world, and author of many books, and his name is Edward de Bono. Edward de Bono. And the session that we went to was on thinking, on critical thinking. And Edward de Bono talked, and his introduction was that as young people, we grow, and our role is to grow, develop, and think. We go to university, we go to school, and we're taught how to unthink, which is one of the greatest tragedies in the world, he said, or one of the greatest tragedies in the modern world. Because he did say that in the ancient times, in the ancient world, and he used Greece as an example, thinking was a very, very highly regarded skill, and something that was promoted heavily amongst people. But he said over time, the ability to think has slowly disappeared, and all we've become are just sponges of the media and sponges of an education system, and taught how to think, and taught the views that we should have and the viewpoints that we should have, and not to deviate from those views for fear of being ostracized. So today, even more so than back in the 80s when I went to the seminar by Edward de Bono, you are seeing that the left has taken over with their specific views, and anybody who dares cross them is attacked, ostracized, and made to feel uncomfortable. And the whole thing about freedom of speech is becoming obsolete and difficult to express. Edward de Bono mentioned, and it was very, very funny the way he said it, was that there are lots and lots of child prodigies in the world. People who are absolutely brilliant at certain things, at the age of 3 playing the piano or violin. People who have got unbelievable skills. And he goes, what happens to these people? What happens to them when they grow up? And he says that basically what happens is that they get sucked into the system and they blend into mediocrity. When they were young, they stand out through their brilliance. But when they grow up, they disappear into mediocrity because the system, the education system, doesn't allow them to expand and to become brilliant thinkers anymore. They've just become voices of what other people want them to think. So, have a think about that. What Edward de Bono said and what he implored was to bring back thinking, bring back critical thinking, and to promote people's ability to think and to voice opinions in a free society without the fear of being attacked. So Edward de Bono has written a number of books. A couple of those books I read, especially after the seminar, after hearing him talk. He was very measured, he was very logical, but he encouraged people to think outside the square, to look at things from different viewpoints, not just the one viewpoint, not just the one narrative, to take an opportunity when you've got a problem to put on different hats. And he's got a book called The Different Hats of Thinking. And he said, put on the hat from the customer's perspective. Put on the hat from your boss's perspective. Put on the hat from the designer's perspective. So put on all the different hats to be able to empathize and to appreciate the different angles or the different perspectives that other people may have. One of the exercises that he got us to do in class, which was very, very powerful and something that I really enjoyed, what he said was when he said that embrace problems. But when we've got a problem, he said, the best way to solve it is to be open in terms of the way you approach it. And one of the exercises that he suggested people consider is just to randomly open up a dictionary and flick through the dictionary and randomly point to a word and then use that word to try and solve your problem. And the example he used was that one day he told somebody to randomly look at a dictionary and point to a word, and the word that the person pointed to was egg. I repeat, egg. And he said to the person, right, you've just come to the word egg and you've got your problem. How can an egg help you solve your problem? How can the word egg help you solve the problem? And then they started to expand on that and to work on that and to peel the onion. And he said, well, an egg can be really, really hard. It can be really, really hard that you can't break if you press it from top to bottom sometimes. Just the design of the egg is really, really hard. But if you turn it on its side and you crack it, it's easy to break. So a problem, a hard problem, if you turn it on its side, is easy to break and to open. And he said the other thing about the word egg is that it's got a content inside. It's got an egg yolk, and you can crack open the egg and remove the contents. And that egg yolk you can mix up. You can put salt in it, you can put milk in it, you can put cream in it, and you can mix it up and scramble it and eat it. So just using that concept helps open up the mind to other solutions. So where am I heading with this? I'm just heading here. So for our children, for the people we mentor, just to understand that all problems are solvable, and we need to use our critical thinking and not to be indoctrinated, not to be harnessed, not to be chained to a way of thinking that is put forward by other people. A lot of people don't want us to do this, don't want us to do that, don't want us to explore, don't want us to expand, don't want us to grow. But it's up to you to grow and develop and to use your critical thinking and your common sense and work out your way in the world. Don't believe all the crap that you see on Facebook. Don't believe the agenda that is being put forward by the media and by other people. Just use your common sense and work it out, and have some people that you bounce ideas off, as long as they're good advisors and people who will help you balance your thoughts, as opposed to being too leftist or too right in their thinking and causing you to become messed up, I guess is a word of saying it. Remember, we're going to put a moat around our sanity and make sure that the way we see the world is the way that we see the world, and not the way other people want us to see the world. Anyway, I'll finish on that note from this beautiful location. Check out that sun. It's absolutely glorious. So from Tamarama, let's remind ourselves, I'm alive, I am well, and I feel great. Stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, use your critical thinking and use your own common sense to make sense of your world, and don't be indoctrinated by other people's videos, by other people's agendas, and be highly critical in terms of the way you think about things, and balanced in your approach. Take care, bye for now. Yassas, and have an awesome day. Until tomorrow, 5 a.m. on Jim's 5 a.m. Club, I bid you farewell. Yassas. Bye.